Right, I think I recorded these out of order, but I ended up getting yet another, oh, yet another free book through Goodreads, which I guess if you're not especially discerning on what you're looking for, and if you're not, if you open yourself up to all sorts of different things, apparently you pretty greatly increase your chance of getting free books, because I've ended up picking up a whole bunch. What did I get? This is The Long Run. Steve Prefontaine, Frank Shorter, Joan Benoit, Crete Waits, Great Greta Greta Waits, maybe. I'm not sure. Um, and The Decade That Made the Marathon Cool. Is the marathon cool? I'm razzing you. By Martin Dugard. Dugard? Dramatic narrative telling the story behind the running and marathon boom of the 1970s and early 80s, featuring stories of Steve Fontaine. I just read all those names. And many others, and how a generation of runners turned a formerly obscure distance into a national obsession. Certainly, I saw a lot when I was a kid. I saw a lot of people talking about marathons, and I feel like I actually knew a few marathon runners' names. I mean, as a kid, I never gave two poops about sports, but as a kid, I did know a bunch of names of people. But that was also, three networks. There was only so much. You still had newspapers. It was hard not to pick up a lot of stuff just through osmosis, cultural osmosis. It happened. Um, and I feel like we're so siloed today. I'm not going to just fists at the clouds kind of thing, but we are so siloed today. I feel like there is less of that cultural crossover. Um, you know, I would never know about these people. I think if it happened today, I have friends who are into marathons. I don't personally understand it. As an apex predator, I prefer to lay around until my food appears and then I just take it. I don't want to run unnecessarily because that's, my ancestors fought really hard so that I didn't have to run. That's my look at it. But I'll give it a look. Read about stuff that other people are interested in. It's good to broaden my horizons. I'm never going to run a marathon. Um, my wife sometimes does some of the Disney races, and I have thought about, because they're so generous with those, that my normal speed walking is probably pretty close to being able to do it. So I've thought about doing one of them at some point. I don't know. We'll see. Um, yeah, that's it. Another free book. So I got a whole pile of books I got to get around to reading. So I'm going to have to really stop with the free books, because I haven't read this or this or this or this. And I only recently started this. And I only just recently finished this after having this since the summer. So I think I'm just going to have to stop putting myself in for these for a while, because it's gotten out of hand. Once I write my review of this is going into the little free library in the neighborhood, and that'll eventually be what happens with these, I'm sure. But that's it for me for now. Until next time, take care.